very warm welcome to all of you once again the C programming video tutorial presented by Professor Rakesh Yashwant Gedam. I am currently working as Assistant Professor Head Department of Computer Science DRB Sindhu Mahavidyalaya, which is affiliated by RTM Nagpur University, and our today's agenda is to study the C programming. Or C programming is nothing but a paper which is considered one of the important prime paper for computer science student, and for Nagpur University this paper is for BSc Computer Science, BCA Science, BCCA student syllabus as curricular activities. So our today's agenda is to try to understand the what are the development algorithm and flowchart symbol ethics. So as we know that we can solve the any program by mean of some techniques or tool, and before writing to a actual code in term of any programming language, we need to understand the basic primitives or we can say basic primitives of any development tools. And we considered algorithm, flowchart and pseudocode are nothing but development tools for designing a good program. So let's we check one by one those. Our algorithm is nothing but a stepwise description of a program. It is called algorithm. So our algorithm is nothing but a well-defined computational procedure that consists a set of instruction that takes some values or set of values as an input and produce some values or a set of values as an output. So here question is that what is the program? In term of any programming language, our program is nothing but a set of instruction. Our instruction is nothing but a way or a command which tells our computer system what to do, and a set of program become the software. So to write a program we have the stepwise description or a way to give the stepwise demonstration to write a program, which is nothing but our algorithm. So we may say that our algorithm is nothing but a stepwise description of an program. So we conclude our algorithm by mean algorithm is a procedure that accept data, manipulate them, following the some prescribed steps so that eventually fill the required unknown with the desired output. There are certain characteristics of an algorithm. Those characteristics are our algorithm should be a general, our algorithm should be effective, our algorithm should be a terminate, and algorithm should be a exact. What exactly those characteristics are? Let's we try to understand in bit depth. So our algorithm must be a general means it must solve the every instance of a problem. For example, a program that compute the area of rectangle should work on all possible dimension of a rectangle within the limit of the programming language and machine language or a machine constitute. Second important feature or characteristic of any algorithm is that it should be effective. Means algorithm must provide the correct answer to the problem. I mean to say that suppose I want write a program for addition of two number, means our output produce exact addition, not a subtraction, multiplication or any other operation. Means if we are writing the program for addition of two number, so our output should gives only addition of two number rather than the other operation. Similarly, the third important characteristic is that our algorithm should be a terminate. Means if program does not stop when execution, we will not able to get the any result from it. Therefore algorithm must certain a finite number of steps in its execution. Means that algorithm that merely contain finite number of step not terminate during the execution due to presence of infinite loop. In further C programming, we will going to check by mean of different looping methodology. If we are not mentioning the termination condition for our loop, then our program reach on the infinite state, and then we will not able to see the result on our screen, and it is nothing but a very frustrating situation to all of us. Hence we try to write or algorithm and or a program in a such a way that it should be a terminate. Next important characteristic of any algorithm is that our algorithm is must be exact. Means algorithm provide a precise and ambiguously meaning to describe with no uncertainty. Means we want to find addition of two numbers, so our algorithm or program only gives addition, not subtraction or multiplication or any other operation, and if it work according to our expectation, then we can say that our algorithm or program is exact. Let's we check what exact a pseudocode is. That our pseudocode is also nothing but a way to write or describe our computer program, likewise our algorithm, but there is a bit difference between algorithm and pseudocode is that our pseudocode is nothing but a mixture of English statement, some mathematical notation, and selected keyword from the programming language. It provide the detailed description about what our computer program or algorithm going to do and express in term of formally natural language rather than the programming language. Yes, it is a universal truth. There is no standard convention for how to writing a pseudocode, but yes, the author or a writer may write the pseudocode by their own way to express the clarity among what exactly our algorithm or a program is going to do in the future. So here I give a demonstration with small snippet code how to write the pseudocode. Here my intention is that to find out the minimum, maximum and average number among the list. Our list consisting four numbers, say 1 2 3 4. So I want to check out what is a minimum number, what is a maximum number, what is its sum, and then I would like to check its average. So we can say that our list consisting four numbers, so our count is 4 obviously, and then our list consisting numbers say 1 2 3 4. So as we know that in among our list 1 is a minimum number and 4 is our maximum number. So let's check how our pseudocode will work. So initially we will assign sum and count is 0 because we don't know what exact a sum and count is, hence we assign it 0. Then sum is nothing but a variable which is used for checking the sum of the number among the list. Then count is a variable to check how many number are entered. Minimum is used to hold the smallest value and maximum is used to hold the maximum value. So each time we increment our count by 1, so we will get the last element in our list. So we write the code sum is equal to sum plus number. Sum plus number, initially we assign the sum is 0 plus number. Here number is first number, so sum now become 0 plus 1. If number is less than minimum, then we going to hold the minimum values, and if number is greater than max, then we hold the maximum value. So now we want to check sum. So initially we have the 4 number in our list, so initially sum become 0 plus num having 1, so 1, sum having the value 1 at the first iteration. Next time sum become 1 plus num say 2, so 3. Then sum become 3, so sum now 3 plus number say 3, so it becomes 6. And now sum is having value 6, so 6 plus number is 4, which is nothing but our last number in our list. So 6 plus number 4, which gives value 10. So now our sum holding value 10. So find out the average, we say that sum divide by count. So sum holding the value 10 and we have count 4, so average become is 2.5. So in this way we can write our flowchart, pseudocode. Here is some another way to represent algorithm. So flowchart is nothing but a graphical or pictorial representation of an algorithm. Algorithm may express in term of the diagrams. So diagrammatic method of algorithm representation, we may say the like it is a flowchart. So there are few symbol which is generally used for designing a good flowchart. Those symbol are nothing but process box, input output box, decision box, connector, terminal, and flow line. So intention behind the process box is that any type of internal operation, data transformation, data movement, and logic of operation, when we require such kind of operation in algorithm, we'll go for this flowchart symbol. It is represented by the by mean of square bracket. Then we have next symbol is input output box, which is known as the parallelogram. So input output box is used for any input or output sort of data. Now decision box is used to evaluate the condition or whether to give expression whether the value is true or false, or whether the expression is evaluated true or false. The connector is used to connect the big flowchart. Say suppose our connector or flowchart cannot be fit in the one page, and we require two page, then give the connection between one page and two page, we will go for the connector symbol. Then our terminal symbol, which is used to indicate the start and end of the algorithm or flowchart, and our flow line, which indicate the direction of progression of program or algorithm, say right to left, left to right, top to bottom, or bottom to up. There are certain rule which is governed for designing a good flowchart, that is all symbol of flowchart are connected by flow line. The next important rule is that flow line are entered the top of the symbol and exit out the bottom, except the decision symbol, which can have this flow line existing from bottom or side. Flow line are drawn, so flow generally goes from top to bottom, and beginning and end of the flow chart it indicate using the terminal symbol. So in this way we will wrap the very first portion of our syllabus of unit 1, and I hope you people are enjoyed to watching our video. Thank you very much for being with us.